Previously on
DanganRonpa.
But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right? What about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Your hands!
it had to be Junko. It had to be Junko that is mastermind. There's no doubt. It has to be Junko. Junko.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
That was... No! This is Mukuro. This Kai's is Junko. This has to be. It has to be.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it... I gently placed my hands on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in the movies and stuff, but... She... really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can be sure of that. I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
Kyoko, do you have anything to help us with this?
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Thank you.
Oh? You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Makoto, you can't give up. Listen to Kyoko, follow Kyoko. Good lord. Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? Junko's not the one that died. It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Yeah, I don't know why I did like entirely? Maybe she used some sort of a trick. Hangman's Gambit. Replacement. A. Replaced. D, give me D.
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Choco, this is Naruto. This is called DanganRonpa. Oh lord. Mukuro must have been in on this whole thing from the beginning then. And Mukuro, I believe, Mukuro and Junko were both in on this in the very beginning. Or the mastermind.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
No. There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain they could have switched. Auto death at the beginning? Beginning.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met
Was Mukuro.
is actually Mukuro all along?
I'm trying to remember Mukuro's features. The eyes seem to match, right? The eyes seem to match. The fairness of the skin also seems to match as well. I can't really say anything for the body type because we've never seen Mukuro's full body. But the eyes definitely do match. The freckles though, those are different, but this could have been put on purpose to match her appearance.
Then we'd already met her? I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She didn't. But I mean, at the same time, Mukuro never had freckles, at least not what I saw. Nor did she have blonde hair. Makeup?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
There you go.
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
True, that is very true. Wow. Yeah, as you can see, the nails match. Whatever that body is the same body.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Got him.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
Must have been. I mean, this entire place is a setup.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
They did say the ultimate despair is a group rather than a person. Anything to say?
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. JUNKO'S my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
But he still refuses to admit it. But he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. You try to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Group photo. Oh, in group photo. Wait, hold on. Latest investigation. Try the hot body. Monokuma file. Does it talk about how she died? The victim's identity is unknown. Yes. Okay, and I don't think that's what I need to corner Monokuma.
Shoot!
Oh god, was that not it? I thought it was it. Try to hide Junko's identity. The explosion I would think would do it. Control room tarp, sub profile, control room. It has to be the group photo. It has to be group photo. It has to be group photo. It has to be. Hold on. What matters now is not presenting the right evidence. It has to do with what Monokuma tried to keep me from seeing during the investigation.
Shoot!
Wait, what do you mean? You didn't want to see Junko's face, right? Didn't want him to see during the investigation, and time is running out. That's the worst part. The time is running out. Monokuma control room? Maybe? Okay, and I don't think that's what I need to go. What the hell? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Shoot!
I'm losing hearts in this stupid little thing. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once but twice. The first time was during our investigation. The tarp? Biolab secret? What do you mean? He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once but twice. First time was during our latest investigation. When did he hide the face? Tarp? No. They didn't try to hide the face in the profile. No, definitely not. Not through Ultimate Despair, not through the hidden room present, not through the photo. The Headmaster's Handbook, nothing had to do with that, nor the locker rooms. Biolab secret and lights, I don't think. Group photo, it has to be group photo, it has to be group photo. Interview?
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
So dumb! So dumb! There were multiple ways that we tried to impede our investigation. Multiple! One of them blowing the person we call JUNKO'S face off with a freaking bomb. What do you mean? Jesus. Oh, Lord. And had to waste 4 hearts for this. No. God. That was absolutely BS. So poorly worded. So poorly worded. Jesus. It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course means that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? See, the only way I could think about this being like this... See, it said the 2 ways. The first one, blowing her face off completely, not letting us see the face. This wasn't my second choice. This shouldn't have been the first choice. This should have been the first choice ever. Ever. Ugh. The first one should have been the photograph, clearly. The photograph. Because we saw the photographs first where everybody's face was covered, where, you know, on our face where Junko's face was constantly covered. The second one should have been the DVD. Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? God damn it.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
Clearly. No, it wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind identity orchestrated the power outage. And that's not the only time they try to hide Junko's identity. The Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I gotta reveal it. The photo, right? Again? Let's get going. Just roaring. Come on.
What? What do you want?
Let's get them streaks going.
What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
We gotcha, we gotcha, we gotcha. I gotcha, buddy. Got him. Found a strike.
That's impossible!
Group photo, group photo, group photo, group photo. Got him, got him, got him, got him.
This should prove it.
We got him. Oh, Jesus. 1.5 heart left. Screw this.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
See, the reason I thought about the group photo could have been possibly it, or the other things that it's done, is because we've seen the group photo first. We all seen the group photo first, so it came first. The DVD came second. Ugh.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it!
We finally got a hardback.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
There she is. To the left, all the way there, talking to Chihiro. And to the right, talking to Celeste. And then to the right, behind our moral
It's hard
compass.
to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
Taka, Kiyotaka.
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko.
The eyes match, and even the freckles on the face match. Oh god, they do match. I'm glad we got this big picture to actually look at so we can see a little more in detail. Everything matches, the eyes and the freckles. The fairness of the skin also matches.
Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game.
I want to know a little bit more about Junko's past and maybe what if Junko was okay? Here's the thing: what if Junko like the history of the school? We're talking about the history of school right now. What if Junko was against staying here in the school? Right? What if she was against it and therefore decided to perpetrate the execution of all the staff and brainwashing of the employees because she was forced to be there and she just relished it. She hated it. She deplored the entire situation. She just hated being in the school, so she took action to try to instead of causing that the school could, you know, containing of the brightest minds and greatest ultimates was not a good thing, but rather a bad thing, by filming this whole thing and present it as an argument to anybody else who would ever want to have an establishment similar like that. Maybe? Ooh, Lord. That's a whole other case.
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
Also, I don't know what the Xanadu is.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Closing statement? Closing statement. Closing argument. Let's do it. So, all three of us, when we first arrived to the school, we met Junko. Have Junko's face here was actually hidden as Mukuro. In Act 2, the person we know as Junko was stabbed to death, which also meant that Mukuro was also died. In Act 3, the person that is now Junko, the mastermind, came into God, what did they come to? They came into the biolab to grab her body and use the tarp to carry her over there to the what is it called? Good Lord, what is it called? To the garden. Decided the body ahead of time. In Act 4, they entered in. Let me see here. Let me see which picture would match the best. Picture that would match the best would be this. They entered in Makoto's room to try to kill him. Makoto saw the murderer, but they were thwarted almost immediately. Let's see. They were thwarted. No, one sec. Let me see if I can find the right picture for this. They tried to attack Makoto. They were in the middle of trying to kill Makoto right now. And then Kyoko stepped in to try to ward the murderer away. Makoto was still in bed, he didn't see anything. Therefore, they ran back to the body and they put the mask onto the dead body of the person we know as Junko. During us discovering the body, Genocide Jack, the mastermind waited until Genocide Jack got close to the body to then use the bomb that was put under the face to explode the corpse and hide the evidence of everything. There we go. We got it. Let me go ahead and go through it again. I'm trying to keep everything processed properly so that I make sense. What ended up happening is the three of us, when we first started, came into the school in Act 1, we met a person that introduced themselves as Junko, which is actually Mukuro. In Act 2, the person we know as Junko attacked Monokuma, got killed, killing both the person we know as Junko and the actual Mukuro. In Act 3, which is oddly weird, why Mukuro would want to be why a soldier like Mukuro would want to be a valley girl like Junko. I mean, she kind of was a valley girl, to be honest. In Act 3, the mastermind took Mukuro's body, brought it over in a tarp to the garden. In Act 4, the mastermind, put on the mask and the coat, took out the knife, and was ready to kill Makoto. Makoto was starting to wake up, and Makoto woke up to the person attacking them, and Kyoko stepped in, preventing the killer from killing Makoto at that point. Running away from the act, Mastermind came back to the garden, removed the mask and put it on to Junko. And we set up a bomb as well, or the person we know as Junko. When we found the body, they waited until we got close enough to the body and started messing with the mask, with Genocide Jill being real close to it. And then, right before we could uncover the face, to see that it was actually, to see that the person on the inside was actually the person we know as Junko, exploded the body, covering up any evidence of who that person was. We got it. We totally got it. I hope there's no flaw in this. Oh god.
Here's exactly what happened.
Ooh.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange everything in that case.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko and Oshima!
Got him. Got him.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
I don't think she can say anything at this point. Well then?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
I don't like that tone.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Really? Oh! We now see the real Junko. Next time on
DanganRonpa.
Hey guys, I literally cannot show you anything, right? 99.9 of the stuff you're gonna see ahead, or what I wanted to put, is all spoilers. It's gonna spoil everything, so I cannot show it. Therefore, I'm gonna stop doing these like previously on and next on, because we got a couple of episodes left for the entire game series. Just hang on, those will be out as soon as I can, I promise you that.